Yay.
All right. After this goes up, and then sweet. All right, Dobby.
Got it. What's up, guys? Yay! Yo, my dad's here.
Oh my goodness.
What's up?
He might not know how to work this yet. Dad,
Hey, TT.
Yes.
Hello.
hey, Mark Dobson, how you doing?
There.
We don't get to see you?
Oh, geez. Do I have to go put a shirt on?
Yes, I love it.
I mean, Adrian's husband probably won't, so.
Oh yeah, he's definitely shirtless. It is Dad's after dark. I don't feel like shirts are required.
The other Adrian's husband, not my husband.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, Adrian, you need to get Zenobia.
I know. Okay, so this is super cool. So you guys all know that Randy was in the original touring company of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Mm-hmm.
my dad knows one of the cast members from that production who was really close with Randy. Dad, do you want to tell him how you met her?
Yeah, she's a performer, a keyboardist in a band that plays at Viva Big Bend concert we like to go to a bunch. Actually, it's a 4-day music event out in Alpine. But anyway, I walked up to her one time, and this was after talking to Randy. And I said, Randy, I think I met a friend of yours. I said, Zenobia. And he just melted. He just started going on about, oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, he toured with her. And so I walked up to her, and this was after he had passed, and I introduced myself, and oh my gosh, she just started immediately crying. But she talked so fondly about him. He did caricatures of everybody in the cast on the road, and everybody had their own caricature. So anyway, we kept up with her, and she's got actually an online meeting every Thursday night of the Jesus Christ Superstar cast.
Oh,
Now,
that's so cool.
competing with this one right now. But anyway, I just got notified about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check in with her because I want in on that. What's up? Okay, is that Kelsey?
Yes.
Oh, look, Adrian, you can yell at Kelsey for her shady questions now.
That was a shady question. I asked that question to be sassy to Roger Pine because I was one of his stage wives, but you asked that question just to be a sassy bad
Yeah,
person.
because he didn't pick you. I wanted you to get back at him.
I thought it was obvious she would pick a terrifying and imposing figure.
You'll have to watch the episode and see who I picked.
Kelsey,
It better have been me.
We're gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna play the intro.
I'm gonna play the intro as we get this
Play the
started.
intro.
Fill your glasses up and sit your asses down. Coming to you live from their living rooms to yours, it's time for Dads After Dark.
Yeah. Welcome to Dads After Dark. Again, for the 9th week in a row. We keep bringing that up. That's amazing. Next week will be our 10th show. We had a great show tonight. Can't wait to get it all ready for you guys to look at because Adrian Rao was a hoot, and it was great. A hoot.
Hoot that don't pollute.
Oh, wow.
Adrian, tell us about your shirt.
My shirt was thrown in a big pile of closet clean out clothes by Adrian Dobson. And I was like, oh, it's a neutral. That's like my favorite. And so I grabbed it. But funny story, it's like short for me because, you know, I'm a solid 1.5 taller than her. And so it fits a little bit differently, but that's all right. I like it.
I see Jacob Morrow back there. Jacob needs to know that his question about socks with sandals led to a heated debate.
Oh no!
Where Dana was wrong.
Your socks and sandals.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you send that?
Yeah.
That was a joke. Totally.
I'm not wrong.
Jacob, I feel like I knew that about you. That yes, you were being facetious.
Well, actually, there was truth to that, so for sure.
Mark Dobson, how's my mother? Is she still on drugs?
Yes, plenty.
Is that Taylor?
She's had knee replacement surgery. That's why.
Well, tell her thank you. Tell her thank you for the bar book.
Oh,
Oh.
what?
I know, he actually said that.
Is mom there?
She's listening in there, but she's not on the meeting.
Okay, well, Rodney said thank you for the bar book.
Trying to figure out who else.
Very excited about exploring the intricacies.
I haven't even had time to deliver it to you, Rodney. There's like 3 days in a row. It's like, maybe I have time to go to Rodney's house. I don't.
You could see Pickett while you're here. Just
I know. Bonus.
Do it. It's worth it. You could go for just Pickett alone.
Oh. Hi. How's everyone doing?
Blizzards.
I want to know what flavor blizzards those are. Please speak up. Let the people know what they want to hear.
Alana, I got the frosted animal cookie one.
What?
10 out of 10.
Oh, very good.
And I got the classic Reese's Blizzard because it's free.
You basic.
Coco, say hi to everybody.
Hi, Coco.
Coco.
Doing well this week.
She's doing great.
You don't get to call me basic.
Yeah, I can. I can do
My
that.
mom said you're welcome, Rodney.
Thank you. So excited.
Dobson, how is Coco feeling?
She's doing great. I actually gave her an appetite stimulant today because she wasn't eating much yesterday, but then now, like, she yelled at me 3 times during the meeting because she was like, I want more, give me more. So she's good.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Can that be your dream role?
No.
Oliver.
I can
Oliver drooling.
Ferguson.
Hey, Ferguson, what's up?
I just saw a video of Hannah Ferguson. What was that? You shared that with us.
Shared what with them?
What was
Adam
it?
Pascal.
Adam Pascal, yeah.
Adam Pascal in the the rent song.
Oh, the Rent song.
Yeah.
Watch the
What are you
seasons of
doing?
love. What?
That was cool.
What?
Wait, what?
Is that some of the food that your mom brought for you?
No, but I have loved that this week. I'm going home from work to different lunch. This is just pasta.
So, Adrian, how many theater company people do you work with right now?
2, and our office is constantly covered in song. They're gonna fire all of us at any given moment, for sure. No, so Hannah Ferguson joined our team 3 months ago, and then Brittany Green joined our team about 6 months ago. And so
I'm almost at 4 months now.
are you really? Wow, time is flying. It's fun. Our office really is constantly covered in song. But now we've got this really killer 3-part harmony down on pretty much anything at any given moment. So, we got this.
Where's Brittany then? Why aren't we singing?
Who knows? She leaves us hanging. She seems to be the grumpy one of the group who's like, you have to.
Kelsey, what's funny?
Something just happened.
I was trying to explain to her who people were, and then she's like, "We're not muted. Shut up."
Who is that?
Also, do y'all like my theater?
Oh, that's
mask?
Mitchell.
Come on, Kate.
Kelsey.
Yeah, she bought more masks yesterday.
I'm hitting Kelsey with my hair.
Mike, are you driving home?
Yeah, show am. Packing up the house. We getting rid of our internet and stuff, so I have to do the stuff at work.
Taylor, do you want to ask your question to Adrian in person?
Yeah, what's it like to have me as a 4th child?
Oh, it's always eventful. No, I love you. But if I have a 4th child, are you like downgraded to my 5th child, or is that child my 5th child? I need to know.
That child is your 5th child.
Okay, so you will always be my 4th child?
I will always be your 4th child.
Okay, I can give you that title.
First child. Were you not there first?
No. She was, but like post Quinn, she helped like in the hospital. So, I mean, she took care of her elderly aging mother. So I'll give her the role of 4th child.
Thank you.
Speaking of children, Mark Dobson, your grandchildren, Hayden got to go to the theater for the first time ever today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they got to listen to a couple of performances that we recorded, and Hayden loved it and like was in awe. And Ryder, when I clapped afterwards, he goes, she's still singing. He also got mad at me, and we had to go out to the lobby to get the little plant because they're all still just in the lobby. So we had to bring the little plant in to sit with him while we were watching the performance.
He's my favorite.
Has he had an attachment to any of the other shows, or is Little Shop really the first one that he's kind of been attached to?
That's the first thing he had an attachment to. He loved Joseph because it was just like nonstop movement, and it was just so bright and shiny. So he watched that show like, I mean, I think he watched it at least twice full through, and then he watched like the first act a couple more times. He loved that one. But honestly, when he fell in love with it was when he got to come with me during the kids camps last summer. That's when he started knowing that like what's behind those like double doors is special. So we would get there and he'd be like, wait, I want to go there. Like that's what's happy. And that's what killed me the other day when I took him there. I think Meg dropped him off. Oh, Meg had been at the park, like right next to the theater, and kids camp was over and I was going back to clean up, and he wanted to come with me to see the plants. And so he just came with me and hung out at the theater, and he ran towards the doors, walked down the aisle, and literally was like, where's all the people? It was awful. He killed me.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, he knows that happy things happen there.
That is cool though that he associates the theater with like that magic, you know?
Yeah. Well, what was funny is that after the kids camps, because he was mostly there during the week when there was no audience. So the first time we came to see a show with an audience, he was like, the hell are all these people here doing at my show? Like normally he's like has the audience to himself. So he's looking around at like, this is way too crowded for me. So that's a question for Adrian now that she's on the spot.
I have a question. Taylor, are you wearing that freaking pajama top?
Again?
Girl, you know it, girl.
You represent Taylor. You represent.
You know that.
Can we burn it? Can we sacrifice it? I don't understand.
So Taylor, stay strong, Taylor.
You know her roommates. I'm pretty sure you could find a way to make it disappear if you really wanted
I
to.
probably could.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Don't do that.
It doesn't take it off long enough for you to be able to burn it.
But also, I walked into Old Navy the other day and they're selling them like identical tops. And so I was like, well, my endeavor is pointless here because she's just going to go back.
And have Taylor Day and I'll wear the blue pajama top.
Please.
So
I'm not asking for too much.
We're gonna make Diva Dad pajama tops.
Yeah, Diva Dad
I'll
shirts and
wear 800 of them in public, as I've worn this in public.
I feel a lot of pressure though, dads, because my hairstylist was actually texting me the other day. She was like, okay, what are we gonna do next? And I was like, oh no, if I change my hair, we gotta change the logo.
It takes Josie like a second to do.
Josie could handle it.
Now, if you make it, I suppose if we make a shirt, it's more permanent. So
I know.
Yeah, so you got to make a really solid decision this time.
But the thing is, she doesn't always choose. She usually lets Kira do whatever she wants.
It's true.
But if you make shirts, just do the color-ish that you do normally, like, or like what's your go-to?
Can we do hyper color?
Go-to.
Oh yeah, so that whenever it's determined by your body heat.
Yeah.
What color your hair is.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I've got it. What we need is those cups that change color in water, like when the water is different. But everything is normal except for Adrian's hair. So Adrian's hair changes color when you fill it with liquid.
Hey, and it could serve two purposes, because then it could tell people what your body temperature is whenever you're coming into a place. If you have a fever, then they can just say, sorry, her hair is bright pink. You gotta go. You gotta go.
You're onto something here, Rad. You're onto something.
Or you could do black light. Like I actually had a shirt as a kid that was a dinosaur shirt. And then I did not know for a solid 2 years and that it was a black light shirt. And so when you like stood in it, it showed the bones of the dinosaurs.
Cool.
Ooh.
Madeline and Alana. So I told you guys the story about how My mom had a critique of the Dads After Dark episode a couple weeks ago. She's actually listening right now if you want to address it with her.
Wait, I forgot what the critique was.
Is that she was like, Alana keeps interrupting. She needs to stop. But she actually meant you, Madeline.
The only person I really interrupt is Dana, and you blame me.
It's fine. Continue.
So Terry, she's not sorry.
I'm not. Sorry.
She said, I'm not.
My wife hears that from halfway across the room and goes, and she starts in on it. Dana, like just all the time. Just thanks, Madeline.
Welcome. Dana.
That's that. Oh, God. Ugh.
Oh, we learned something today, guys. Do you know what word Dana hates?
Moist.
Bougie.
Bougie.
No, Adrian Rowell hates moist.
I know.
Can we
that's why I
stop
said it.
saying it? This is about Dana, y'all.
Listen, you came for my
Dana
pajama
every
top.
week.
I had
You're
to come for you.
Yes, this time, right?
Why don't you like bougie?
I will somehow find a way to use the word moist at work every single
Specifically, hold on. Mike Kilgore, I know you're driving, but can you say something's bougie right now?
It's bougie. It's bad and bougie.
With his Yves Saint Laurent cup.
It was a Louis Vuitton cup, Rob. Know your brand.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. One time I made fun of you. I sent a snap in the group me because you had, I'm pretty sure it's Daniela's, but you had a Louis Vuitton tumbler.
He had it tonight. He had it.
Yeah, he had it tonight.
No. And I was like, this is so embarrassing, but also so Mike.
Yeah, that's what he was drinking out of tonight.
It's actually yours, right, Mike?
That one is that one's Daniela's. You're right, Taylor.
Taylor.
Oh my God.
He's got
What an
name.
honor.
He has
What an
problems.
honor to be mistaken.
Sorry, Mike, who do you work next to?
No, you guys, we got Mike really bad today twice. Okay, so last week we had a whole hour and a half talking to Susan Kepik. We start Dads After Dark, and Mike says something. Hey, Samantha. What the hell, Samantha?
Mike, you're
Samantha?
He's doing his
How do
funny
you know
story.
Samantha?
Adrian, do you want to tell him what he did to you today?
I don't even remember. He didn't call me Adrian, did he?
No.
I don't remember. What did he do?
Before we brought you into the meeting, we were talking about favorite memories of you, and he talked about his first show with you, which was incorrect.
Yeah. He completely forgot that we sang in a quartet together for Sweeney Todd, which was #rude. But then I turned around and did it to Rodney because I forgot that we were in Sunday in the Park with George together, and I thought Mamma Mia was our first show. So, don't throw stones in glass houses, all that nonsense.
Very forgettable.
Whoops.
Right?
Adrian, what color lipstick are you wearing?
I'm wearing red. I don't know what it's actually called. Red.
Yeah, I know that it's red. What brand is it? Go get it.
It's the same one you bought when you were at my house last time playing in my red lipsticks and decided you needed it.
Oh, okay.
Riveting.
Yeah, when I house sit for Adrian, my favorite thing to do is go through her makeup toiletries.
Last time I got full Snap stories asking if she was me yet because she used my hot rollers and my makeup and my body wash and all of it. It was pretty cute. What are you guys looking at, Alana and Madeline? You're looking at something cute. Please share with the class.
Kitties.
Marty is just laying in the middle of the floor. Wait, hold on. Let's get a cute picture, a cute view of my little fur seal.
Oh.
Hi, Momo.
Oh.
Hey, Mark Dobson, did you know that you're getting 2 more grandbabies?
Tell me.
There's 2
More
cats. Yeah.
Really?
Cats?
Not to me, to my brother's house.
What?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to tell you. There's 2 boys coming.
Boy, really?
Yeah, they need help naming them.
Momo.
Oh,
There's
now
only
they
one.
got rid of the chickens.
Peppa.
Yeah,
Just
the
thinking of
chickens are
cats.
gone.
Salt and pepper.
What did I say? I said my vote was Tony and Benji. So one after you and one after Anthony.
Bonnie and Clyde. Are they boys or girls or mix?
2 boys.
All cats are girls.
Yeah.
All cats.
That's not how that works, but okay, Rodney.
I tried to name Momo Sylvia, so don't ask me.
She also named Brittany's cat, who is a boy, Rosie.
No, I did not have anything to do with the naming of that animal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my mom knew. She intentionally didn't tell my dad about the cats.
Sorry, Mark.
Our family chat is crazy, guys.
Did you post the link in Diva Dads?
It's on the comments.
In the
Oh.
Not the one that says we're live now. It's the one that says we're live in 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
It says we're live in 20 minutes, and the link was posted 32
I
minutes.
went and found last week's. I assumed it was the same link. So
yes, it is.
Ooh, that's an interesting tidbit.
Yeah, consistency. That's
Yeah.
new.
What happens if we just show up with the link before you guys say that you're live?
You'll be sitting there
Sitting in the waiting room.
It's 2 different rooms that we use for the 2 different shows.
Oh, okay. Marty.
I have a Dear Daddy question.
Bring it.
I bought scotch for the first time. Are you proud of me?
What's the scotch?
Yes.
And I'll tell you.
It's not great. It was only like it was from like the second shelf from the bottom. It wasn't on the top shelf.
You know what the name was?
It's Stay River Bourbon Cask Finished Scotch.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. What it aged how long?
Um,
And how many times distilled?
it's got like a
Dana, be proud. They're
double cask matured.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
cares.
Nobody cares. A little bit. I spent like 20 minutes picking this out. Ooh,
Take a picture and send it.
Okay, so Alana, I'm a little concerned that it came in a cardboard like tube. Like I feel like you
put the fancy ones in this.
It looked
No, that seems like a scam to me. It's like we're gonna put our scotch in our bourbon in a very
the
cool
bottle,
tube.
It's so that it looks more bougie.
Yeah, it's like whenever I went to Specs today. Oh my gosh, I can't get out of there without spending $60 plus. But I went in there today.
Colored wrapper. It's nice.
I mean, it looks pretty, but how much money did they spend on all the like
branding?
Branding and stuff, and how much did they spend on actually putting a good?
Listen, my
Spirit in there.
wine is $2.98 from Aldi.
Yeah.
We don't
And-
have high standards here.
Okay, then it's fine. I just don't want her to get taken by the
Johnny
cardboard.
Walker or whatever the hell it's called. I didn't get that nonsense.
Johnny Walker Blue, if you're gonna do Johnny Walker. What's the tell me like clearly what the label says the name is of this scotch.
It's SPEY River. It's a malt Scotch whiskey.
Malt.
Okay.
I
Malt
can't say
scares me.
malt. I'm allergic.
Single malt. It's good.
Single malt or blended?
Single malt.
Double
It's
cask
not-
matured.
It's not blended.
Double cast. That's all right. Okay, here's the key, Alana. Pour it neat and try it.
I did that, and I didn't gag or make a face. It was just.
Did you like it? Did you drink it all?
I did. I drank the whole.
What? I mean,
Ooh, nice.
don't-
But now I'm drinking a Godfather.
Okay, so you've made
don't
it.
have one of
You've
those.
drank it neat, and you've drank it in a cocktail.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? I mean, it doesn't matter what we
I think
What,
it's pretty good. It's not the best scotch I've ever had because one time at Renfest I drunkenly did scotch tasting, and I consider myself a scotch connoisseur.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It's not like exciting, but it's good.
So I can't tell how old it is. It should say on the front something years old.
I just wanted to know if you were proud of me or not.
I am quite proud now that I've seen
Super
it.
proud.
This
You
is
don't you don't have to buy scotch to make us proud, Alana.
What do we have to do to make you proud?
You're there.
Wow.
You're already there.
You're there.
100%.
Change your top. That's how to make
Don't-
Adrian Rao proud.
Don't listen to
top.
Dobson. Don't
That's
listen to
right.
Dobson.
If
Your
you
top
wanted to
is
make
beautiful.
Adrian Rao proud, you would change your shirt.
I make Adrienne Rao proud by not texting her every other day about my emotional stability.
That's not pride. That's just minimal approval.
I totally see what Rao's just doing. Just then she's looking off camera and going, wait, no.
Yep.
No, you can wait. Like
If
I get that all the time.
So Bo is our elderly bulldog, and he was diagnosed with cancer about a month ago. And so I immediately did all this hippie stuff and talked to friends who have like looked into all of it and researched it all. And so he's on homemade food and all sorts of hippie supplements. And so I was asking Jesse to feed him and talking to him about what he does. Like, that's one squirt of the CBD oil is what that was.
Nice
my
CBD
ride,
oil. That is very hippie. I like that.
Jesse made one appearance in Adrian's episode, and it's when she was having like a really sweet, sincere moment, and he just walked in and like poked her in the cheek.
Take the tear away, hun.
That wasn't what that
Oh
was.
no, that is not at all. That was like, hey, mom.
But he didn't walk by shirtless, which is what he's done at multiple board meetings so far. So
Yes.
Gotta represent.
I mean, for me, like so easily distracted, it was like, yes, and what we need to do is there's a man walking. I'm sorry,
you
were
didn't
asking
see
me a
is-
question. What was that? I'm sorry.
I didn't know you're so easily distracted by shirtless men, Dana.
Well, according to the masculine versus feminine quiz.
Here we go.
Rodney, nip slip.
Oh
no.
Just
What
to
you didn't see
preview.
was during the episode, Jesse was behind the camera, like dancing and shaking his genitalia for me. So it was really, my focus was, I was great.
we were talking about what a great multitasker you were.
Right? You just didn't even know.
My
I had no idea.
Jennifer, great fun fact this week. 2 for the price of 1. It was awesome.
I was excited to share. So
I can't believe it's already July 3rd tomorrow. What the hell,
And-
guys?
I don't want to talk about it.
Ugh.
Yep.
I'm just worried.
Happy Hamilton Eve, you guys.
Yeah. I think
I'll be watching Hamilton while I'm editing tomorrow.
Hi. Hi, pretty girl.
Okay, so Josie had a very interesting point today.
Uh-oh.
She was like, "Do you think Disney Plus will crash tomorrow?"
Yes.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it will.
It goes online at 2 a.m. here, like Central. So there's a chance that it won't.
By the time we're watching it.
Yeah.
Rao chugged a Red Bull. She's ready.
Yeah, it's gone. I got another one in the fridge though.
She also has a topo right next to her.
Yeah, go ahead and crack that topo.
Over my dead body. I'll tell you where to put this topo.
And if we stay here late enough tonight, we can just have a watch party.
Yeah, doing that.
I'm on call, so I get calls at 3
Dana!
a.m.
Alana's trying to talk.
What?
Alana's trying to talk and you interrupted her.
One of these days, it's the cups with you, girl. I'm telling you.
He has a question for Adrian, who is the current star of the show. Thank you.
I need Madeline saying Dana to be my alarm in the morning to get me the hell out of bed.
Dana.
Just record me saying Dana and like make it a button that you can press during the show when he goes off topic.
That would be epic. Like we almost need you like just in the wings of every show. Dana.
Wait, Alana, what was your question?
Have you tried the watermelon Red Bull yet? The new summer limited edition one.
Yes, it is my all-time favorite. 10 out of 10. Do recommend, but it's sold out everywhere. I can't find it anymore.
Oh, really?
Drink them all.
Have you tried the slush version from Sonic?
I've been tempted, but like I'm afraid it's just not as good as the real thing.
It's not as good as the real thing, but if you're in the mood for a slush.
All right.
Alana, I was so crushed because the Village like opened up their menu and I was like dreaming about getting a breakfast bowl again. Yes. And I was looking at the theater and I was like, I've got time to go like pick up an order. And I was on the website and I was like, why won't it let me order now? And I Snapchatted Alana. I was like, what the hell, man? And then she says, oh, we're closed on Tuesdays now. Sad.
Ribbon P.
I was sad.
But it's exciting because us being closed on Tuesdays and open on the weekends is to accommodate the fact that now all of the managers get 3 days off in a row.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very exciting and wonderful.
Wait, so does that mean that, how does that work?
It's complicated and kind of confusing, but in order to like keep our staff safe, we have split into 2 separate shifts. So Stephen and I are leading the weekend crew, so we work Saturday through Tuesday, and only managers work on Tuesdays, so they're like socially distanced manager day. And then we have like 6 or 7 staff, and they're not allowed to like work with each other, so that if one of them gets sick, we can safely say that like at least half the staff hasn't interacted with the other half.
So you'll only see Alana for the Monday delivery, not the Friday.
Yes.
That's fine. I don't need. I'm a Monday guy, so we're good.
So is Dan.
I'm a Friday girl.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm really high maintenance. Like I need Alana to be my pickup girl.
Is Shane working there now?
Yes, he's on the weekend crew with me. He had his training day on Tuesday.
He was so good.
He was really good. He was precious and asked a million questions and apologized before and after every single one.
He did that.
He was great.
I was trying to get something scheduled with him and he was like, oh, but I can't because I start work that day or I'm working that day. And I was like, wait, were you? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he'll be working with me on the weekends.
Madeline, you'd be proud of Alana. She called me an asshole on Monday.
I did.
I'm so proud of you.
Because he got to pick up like 5 minutes before 2:00.
Because he got to or he demanded it?
No,
he didn't demand it. Actually, he got there. I said, "You asshole! You're one of those assholes who's 5 minutes early," and he was like, "I know." And I didn't sit there until 2.
I'm
you know
the
what I
asshole
thought was
5 minutes
adorable?
late, so I think this is very telling of who we are as humans.
I thought it was. Go ahead. No, I don't have anything to say. Go ahead.
Oh, good. I'm going to talk over you as usual.
Dana!
Dina. Dina.
Dana is the new Taylor.
Oh, no.
I don't know what can replace that. No.
When we were doing something with Kids Camp the other day and I was trying to call Paul and he didn't answer, but right before he did, Carrie impersonated him and said, hello. And then he picked up and said, hello. We died. Adrian, can you tell us a little bit, and I know this applies to a couple of people that are already on this call, but to anyone who's watching on YouTube, what is it like to, at the same time, rehearse for 2 different shows playing 2 very, very, very different mothers?
Oh my God, it's like being a car with square wheels. Like it takes my brain a minute to process what I'm doing and who I am and where I am. Like, don't ask me any questions because I don't have the answers. It's essentially the answer. It's, you've got May Tuck, who is like so maternal and loving and everything. And then you have Judy, who is not quite that. So yeah, I wasn't gonna say that. I know, but I know. So
hey, Dad, is Mom listening?
Yes, she is.
Okay, I'm gonna tell a little story that she might or may not be happy about, and it's not about that. So I posted a TikTok in response to like the TTC team, and my mom, when she comments on my stuff on Facebook, has a tone. And she didn't approve of my shirt, but the only thing she said on the video was lose that shirt.
Oh, I thought she said love that shirt when I heard.
No. I was actually, the first time she saw me wear that shirt, she was like, did you make that yourself?
Did you?
No.
Oh.
Dana.
She bought it at H&M.
No, I bought it at Victoria's Secret.
She bought it at Victoria's Secret, Dana.
I thought you got it from Kate Mitchell.
No, I wore her bike shorts and her scrunchies. So I don't know if that comment's still there because somebody reported it for inappropriate.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Like, get rid of that shirt. But she said, lose that shirt.
Yeah.
And she was sexually harassing you.
Inappropriate content.
Oh my gosh.
Terry's gonna go to Facebook.
Well, is this the
jail.
segue into what you guys were talking about at the end of the show? Or is this a Dad's After Dark
That's
conversation?
a Dad's After my dad leaves Dad's After Dark. But I don't know if anyone's friends with my mom on Facebook, but she does like to. What did Dustin say a couple weeks ago? He liked to ruffle some feathers. My mom posts some really inappropriate stuff on Facebook.
I love that.
Your mom is awesome. I love your mom.
She needs a hobby, but she's kind of bedridden right now after surgery.
I need you to friend me on Facebook.
Hey, Terry.
I need like inappropriate Facebook content. Please friend me on Facebook, Terry.
My Siri just activated.
Last week, I thought
No,
Rodney was the
it
one who was
answered
supposed
to
do the-
Adrian saying, "Hey, Terry." I'm telling her that she needs to friend you.
I thought last week we were agreed that Rodney was going to do this TikTok.
Yeah, then he didn't.
Chickened out.
No, I just got really involved in like a
Netflix show?
Yeah, Netflix show.
What show?
Umbrella Academy on Netflix.
That sounds all right.
Yeah, Netflix.
I'm really in. I don't know if anyone else watches this, but Dynasty on Netflix.
So good. Elizabeth Gillies is my idol. I love her so much. 10 out of 10 show if you want to watch. It's simultaneously one of the best and worst shows. It's like Housewives of New York, but like scripted.
It's how David Pellegrino says it's like 5 stars, but also 1 star.
Yeah.
Is it connected to Dynasty from like the 80s?
Compared to the 80s.
It's like a reboot of it. Yeah.
Oh, my mother would be
So,
very excited.
It's so delicious and it's so good. And Nicolette Sheridan came on in like season 2. She came on at the midway season 1 as Alexis Carrington. It's so good. But Elizabeth Gillies, did you ever see Dennis Leary's show? It was like Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll on FX. Yep. She was his daughter. And I was like, who is this gorgeous creature who also sings like that? And it's like ridiculous how much they have her sing in the show. It's pretty stupid, but
she got her start in 13 the musical on Broadway with Ariana Grande.
Did not
and then
know.
they both got picked up from 13 the musical and put on Victorious, and then they both got their starts individually.
It's so good. Adrian, you would love it.
Yeah.
I definitely need to- Is it something you can watch like while you're working, or do you have to have like? Okay.
No, it's very soap opera like it's
yeah.
But with very beautiful.
Dynasty, yeah, that was the 80s.
Yeah, the men are really hot.
And all of Elizabeth Gillies' outfits are amazing, and they're
But
just
you have to be
incredibly wealthy.
You have to be like, I think it's in the contract that you have to be super attractive to be on the CW network. Like, I think that's part of it.
CW show?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Sorry, I didn't mean to burst your bubble.
Oh my gosh.
Dana, I have something to tell you. You're going to be very proud.
Talk to me, Goose.
Tell me, guess who's not moving to Dallas?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Well, because we broke up. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's what I was afraid of, but I didn't want to ask.
No, because UT Arlington is like encouraging everyone to do online, so it doesn't matter where we live now. So he's moving in.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm not going anywhere.
Wait, so he's moving in. You should have some ground rules for the bathroom.
What do you mean?
Ask it as a Dear Daddy question.
Yeah, it was really hard to figure out who the question was from.
Sorry, Adrian. Okay, what was the question?
Adrian, ask the question again, and then we'll show her how we responded.
The question was, Dear Daddy,
My boyfriend's moving in with me and I need some advice. Do I clear a drawer for him?
And I said, tell Taylor. He gets his own room across the hall.
Which low key, we totally need to just take that like snippet of Adrian going, "Dear Daddy," and use it every episode from now on.
We need that and Madeline's Dana.
Dana. Listen, when you put me on the spot and have me ask, I asked other questions that were very relevant.
Let me read her question. Let's see. I'm pulling up the receipts. Hold on, y'all. Dear Daddy, advice for my boyfriend moving in. Do I clear a drawer? How do I tell him he's a cover hog? What's your take on Corona and staying inside? Is it fair if I do laundry and he does dishes? What if he annoys me and I hate him? I need Netflix recommendations that aren't The Office. How do I unclog the drain in my bathroom? How do you feel about the envelope system for saving money? Aside from Danny Turner, who are your dad inspirations? Do any of you want more children or want to start more children?
Dana's face.
Favorite quarantine pastime?
Start more children.
Oh my gosh, so many questions. Where do you even?
Okay.
So I
Yes,
just
no,
typing.
no, yes, no, yes, no.
They're all very good questions. I like how coronavirus though was just kind of thrown in.
Just coronavirus pastimes. Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
know what I'm doing.
So how do you feel about being trapped inside and what are your favorite quarantine pastimes? Let's go there, Dad.
I said
So I have.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a
Dana.
routine.
Dana.
So I have a routine. I get up in the morning, I make my coffee, and I watch Gayle King and everybody else on the CBS News until 9, whenever Rachel Ray comes on, and then I decide at Rachel Ray because either she's at home and she's tolerable, or she's doing a live thing, and I want to choke her out. So at that point, I decide what I'm gonna do. If she's tolerable, then I watch Rachel Ray because she's at home and she's not being obnoxious. But if she's doing the live thing, then I have to switch over to something else. So I watch a lot of TV and gain a lot of weight. That's what I do during quarantine. So yeah, it's fun times. To answer your question about things to watch on Netflix, I have watched the Umbrella Academy this week. I got totally sucked in and I watched it. I started it and I had to finish it. So I spent.
Give us a synopsis. What is that about?
Okay, so it's based on a comic book, and the comic book is written by a pop star. Josie was very pumped up about the fact that it was written by Gayle.
He's a more pop punk star.
Yeah, pop punk. Yes, pop punk. So it's basically there were a whole bunch of kids that were born on this specific date to women who were not pregnant. And so they all had like special abilities. And it's got Juno in it.
Ellen Page.
That's her. Yep. It had Ellen Page in it, and she's awesome.
It has a girl from Hamilton.
Okay.
Emmy Raver is in the original company of Hamilton, but she's actually not in the version that's being screened tomorrow because she's one of the swings. There's like 6 or 7 swings that are in the original company that were there, but like aren't actually going to be seen on screen, which is kind of a bummer.
So was she ensemble or was she one of the?
She was one of the swings for Angelica, and I think Angelica, because she went on to play Angelica in the Chicago company.
Adrian,
So
where do you get all of this intel?
What?
Where do you get all of this intel about
So specifically with Hamilton, there's a couple of those ensemble members that I had seen in the Heights and just was really amazed by them, and they stayed with that company. And so I followed them all on Instagram. And one of them, when Hamilton started being promoted as like the full original company, was pissed and went on a whole internet tirade about it because they were just kind of like shut out from it. And and a lot of the ensemble members that are in it are talking a lot about it on their Instagrams right now because they want to recognize, hey, these people were here. They just don't happen to be on screen during this thing. But Emmy Raver is one of them, and she's beautiful and amazing and talented.
Yeah, she's great in is this the one that's in Umbrella Academy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's great. She does an excellent job. But it's a comic book movie. It's got a lot of Dana and I were talking about this on Tuesday. It's got a lot of the like tropes, like you've watched enough of these like comic book shows that you're like, oh, that person has got this going on, even though they don't think it's going on. And then, oh, that guy's way too good to be true. And that kind of stuff. So it's got some of that going, but you know, if you've either read enough comic books or watched enough sci-fi, it kind of comes, you know, like there's some tropes that it's got going on, but it's still good. And let's see, I've also watched this survival show on Netflix, which is really good. Like it's kind of amazing. Like these people get just dumped in the middle of the like I think they're in Canada, but they're in the Arctic Circle, and they just get dumped in the middle of the Arctic Circle, and they have to like whoever the last person standing gets like $500,000, and so
don't put me down for that, like ever.
Yeah,
Put me down for it.
Yeah, and I was convinced that the woman, like there's like 3 women in the show. And I was convinced that this one woman was going to make it. And oh my gosh, it was heartbreaking whenever she finally threw in the towel because, dude, like I thought for sure she's going to make it.
That's kind of like that show Naked and Afraid. Like A, I don't like to be naked, and B, I don't like to be afraid. So not signing up for that one there. Thanks though.
But it's so amazing to see because they dropped them in the middle of this, you know, in the Arctic in like late August. And so they had to survive. Sorry, Pickett, like, I don't know what he did. But they had to serve. They like went into the winter of the Arctic, and this was like season 5 or 6. So they had other seasons. I haven't watched any of the other seasons. They had some like where they, you know, had to survive on a tropic island, which has its own issues or whatever. But
Rue was crying.
oh my gosh, that was pretty intense. Like pretty, and they had to film themselves, so they had to not only survive but also like document themselves, which adds another level, you know. So I watched that, and I watched a whole bunch of Marvel movies, and you know, I watch a lot of television. Sorry about that.
Do you watch Riverdale?
Oh.
How dare you attack Riverdale like this?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not an attack on Riverdale, it's an attack on Dana.
Yeah.
And it's
Dana,
it's
do you watch it?
That means you didn't watch our very second episode with Carrie and Brandon.
Sorry. I'll get to it.
I told you nobody watches this show.
Dana,
my mom does.
I watch
Yeah.
it. I missed that one.
No, it was great. We were planning the episode one day, and we were talking about like, hey, this is the stuff that's happening. I think they just announced Hamilton, and we were talking about, oh, exciting Broadway news. And Dana's like, oh my gosh, you know what else is so exciting? Is season, I don't care, of Riverdale is dropping tomorrow. And we were like, nobody cares.
That was in
I
the
care,
middle
Dana. You
of
can
the
text me.
freaking chat too. Like that was before the show started. And thank you, Dobson brings it up in the middle of the show. Dana, you have some exciting news. I'm like, what? That's about Riverdale, and I'm like, God dang it! Really in the middle of the show.
Completely unprompted during the interview with Carrie and Brandon, they were asked a question about like what TV to not watch because it's just like so bad. Completely unprompted, had no idea what we'd been talking about. Carrie was like, well, don't watch Riverdale because that's trash.
Yeah.
The same episode.
Speaking of them, I'm trying to get them to come on, but they're watching ET right now.
Yeah, no,
so-
they have a date tonight. She told me today that they weren't going to make it tonight.
Good.
Fine.
That's important to have.
It is. They're watching ET. He's getting an ET tattoo tomorrow.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I
that.
keep telling them that she needs to get Reese's Pieces tattooed on her.
Yes.
Isn't that the perfect like partnership? So she
Yeah.
said maybe.
When are we all getting matching tattoos?
Oh, we already talked about it. Dana is fully prepared. Oh no, Mike is getting the Diva Dads logo tattooed as a tramp stamp.
I love that.
It's true.
Yeah, they discussed it, and that way they can always see the logo in the dressing room.
They can always see it in the dressing room and when they're doing other things.
I'm trying to get that out of my head again. God dang it.
I brought up shirtless men.
Taylor, I feel attacked.
Why do you feel attacked?
I don't know. I just do.
Okay.
Rodney.
Okay, Laganja.
Rodney, tell everyone what you did when we got started today. Or have you already forgotten?
I've had 4 or 5 drinks. Oh,
40.
I rickrolled y'all, right? That's what you want to know? We can have
delightful.
that can happen again. Alexa, play Never Gonna Give You Up.
Parker?
Never gonna give you up.
What's up, Parker?
You guys started my Alexa. Alexa, cancel.
Alexa.
No,
Alexa.
I muted you.
Got my headphones on. She can't hear you.
Alexa, play Molly Cyrus by Stitcher.
Alexa.
Alexa, stop.
Dad's After Dark isn't done yet.
I don't want to do it.
Did Dana have to go pee really urgently? No.
No, he told Alexa to play play Molly Cyrus by Stitches, and it actually started playing
In my living room.
The last time we tried to get Alexa to play Party in the USA.
Alexa, stop.
Is that my dad? Dad, did you turn on your Alexa?
Yes, y'all stop it. Get off Alexa.
Alexa, play Tupac.
Alexa.
Oh.
I got my headphones on. She can't hear you.
Wait, okay, hold on. Dad, are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. So, like a couple years ago, Hamilton was like all the rage. My mom was totally in. My mom also, I took her to see In the Heights. She was like, I don't want to see that show. I don't want to see that hip hop. I don't care. And I was like, will you just trust me? Is he trying to get the Alexa to stop?
Oh, sorry, my dogs like see a reflection in their space.
But yeah, like 2 minutes into In the Heights, she's hooked and obsessed with Lin-Manuel Miranda. So I knew my mom was into it, and I was home in San Antonio one time, and I had the Hamilton soundtrack, and I was like, Dad, you've got to hear this. It's amazing. It's brilliant. He listened to like 15 seconds before he was like, ugh, turn this crap off. And then last year for Mother's Day, they have tickets to the Majestic. So they have season tickets. So they were getting to go see Hamilton. And he was like, I don't want to see that crap. I don't want to hear that music. I don't care. And because for him, music stopped in like 1968. Is that accurate?
No, 70.
70. Okay.
A couple more years.
Music stopped when the Beatles broke up. And so when they had Hamilton tickets and I knew how much he was just not excited to see it, I was like, sweet, I get to see Hamilton again because I'm going to take his ticket. And so I was going down on Mother's Day because it was also Mother's Day, but I was going to get to go see Hamilton. Literally like the day before, he was like, I have some bad news. I'm going to go see Hamilton. And I was like, no. Yeah, he waited until like right before to tell me. But then what did you think of Hamilton, Dad?
You make it sound like I regretted you not going.
No, I regretted me not going. You were fine with it.
Yes. No, I loved it. It was just a masterpiece. It's just, yeah, it was a masterpiece.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
No.
I cannot
now. Then I was, but not now.
I wept when I saw it. As soon as
my camera off.
Oh, it's
all of you wealthy people seeing Hamilton live.
Honestly,
It'll be crying with the rest of us soon.
Well, the only reason I got to see it is because we had season tickets for like 2 seasons prior in order to get these tickets.
I remember that.
I remember I was like crying throughout second act, just like sad things are happening, good things are happening. I'm just upset or happy in general. And then at the end, I was afraid to like cheer during the applause because I thought I was just sobbing. Like I was like, it's so good. I'm just gonna completely just break
I
down.
remember being completely astounded when they just started. Like Hamilton just started. Like it just happened. Like the music and the singing just happened. It just happened.
I'm so excited. All right, Dana, are you wrapping up the recording?
Yeah, we need to do that. We're at the hour mark. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining Dads After Dark. Shake your head again. I swear to God.
Kilgore for this little part.
Dana.
Guys, and for watching and joining, and we'll get this out as quick as possible. We want to announce next week. We already talked about it.
Christy Petty.
Yay!
And that's a wrap. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Can I tell y'all something else about the Hamilton when we went